Live. Coach, what's going on? Thanks so much for joining us.
How you guys doing?
Doing all right, Coach. Where are you at right now?
I am in sunny Florida.
There we go. Beautiful. I'm in snowy Germany right now, so I'm a little bit jealous.
I know.
I like your picture frames in the back. It reminds me of like my grandpa. If I had a grandpa, it would remind me of his house. Like you got the Sports Illustrated. Like I haven't seen a Sports Illustrated magazine in a decade.
This is like
this is an epic like trophy room that you're in right now.
This is my Michigan room. So
well, that Coach, we were just going to say that. Obviously, you went to the University of Michigan and coached there as well after playing. And Michigan just won the national championship a few weeks ago. How are you feeling as a Michigan alum?
Very proud. Very proud. The team played really well all the way through the season. With all the ups and downs they have with the staff and the head coach, and the kids just came out and played every single week as a team. And, that's what Michigan's all about, is playing together as a team, and they did a great job of it. And, I give them credit. There at the end, they had beat some really good teams and never flinched, went to battle, went out to the field, kicked their ass. And to me, there was no doubt in my mind they were going to win that last game.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that this Michigan team from 2024 or 2023 would rank in the top 10 of college football teams ever?
Yes. Just because, the one thing that Jim Harbaugh has done there is, in college football, everybody's going and spreading out and throwing the ball all over the place. And I think the one thing that Jim held on to was his roots, the things that I believe in football. And no one could stop him running the ball. And great offenses on the other side of the field were sitting there watching the game because they couldn't get on the field. And to me, there's a million different ways to win a football game. And to me, if the other team's offense is on the sideline, they're not scoring. And to me, they won a national championship that way. So, yes, I do. I think their defense, everybody asks me, the 2023 defense versus my 97 defense, how would they compare? I would say different era of football, but, the team we had in 97 was pretty special. We had, about 15, 16 guys that played in that season that all played in the NFL.
Wow.
And then this team, same way. I mean, they've got guys that are going to be playing in the NFL. So, it's a toss-up, but I'll give it to them. They played a great year this year.
Yeah, they sure did. They really did. Coach, obviously, for those who don't know, you've got the national championship experience with Michigan. You won a Super Bowl with the New York Giants. And now, so you obviously had a very prolific and extensive coaching career in the States. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you ended up coming to coach in the European League of Football? Did you know about football in Europe before? Can you walk us through this story of you ended up in Innsbruck, Austria for this season?
Well, you can thank my wife for that. We have traveled extensively throughout Europe. We love to travel together, and an opportunity came back in January of 21. A very good friend of mine was the head coach at the Lazio Ducks. And at the time, I wasn't doing anything, and he called me up and said, "Hey, I need some help, and would you want to come out?" And I'm like, "You kidding me?" I mean, my wife and I, we were married in Positano, Italy. So I'm like, hell yes, we're coming. And while I was there, I got to know and find out more about football in Europe. Very intriguing. Now, obviously, that division is a little bit different than the ELF division, but I started to look at what's happening. I watch where the NFL is going. I've watched where football is going. The NFL, Roger Goodell is trying to grow football in this entire world, and he's starting with Europe. And you see all the games that now that we're playing, or the NFL is playing there. And to me, he sees the big picture. And as I looked at the elf sees the big picture also. Like sooner or later, the NFL is going to encompass this league also, and there's going to be a lot of talent coming out of here going to the NFL. And to me, that's really kind of intriguing for me, so that I can get in on the ground floor of that development of football in Europe. We have some guys. I was involved in the IPP program a couple years ago at a young linebacker from Mexico. And so I was involved in that. I'm very close with Oji Umanura, who's involved in the IPP program, Matthias Kiwanuka. Those guys were with me at the Giants. And, there's a lot of talent all over this world. Maybe not necessarily have they had a chance to play football since they were 6, 7, 8 years old. But there's talent. There's talented young men all over this world. And to me, that's what excited me about the opportunity of having my own team and developing that talent and seeing where we could go with it.
Coach, can you tell me about how you just becoming the coach came about? Did you reach out to them? Did they call you? Who called you? What was that like?
I think you guys are familiar with Marcus Kuhn, yes? He does broadcasting in the United States. He played for the Giants. Mm-hmm. He's from Germany. Well, Marcus was there at the Giants when I was the linebacker coach. He was a defensive lineman, and we kind of moved him over to offense. Great kid. Loved him. Always had a smile on his face. Well, somebody had said something to me via text or whatever, and I reached out to Marcus and said, "Hey, do you know anything about this?" And Marcus said, "Coach," he said, "tomorrow the GM's going to call you." And then he hung up the phone. And then the next day, I talked to Oles, and we talked for about 3 or 4 weeks. We had, extensive talks of football, program-wise, philosophy, all that. And then one day, Oles just said, "Screw it. I want to offer you the job." And so the very next day, we were trying to find a time for my wife to come out there. And so finally, my wife's like, "Just go tomorrow. Let's go tomorrow." And so we told Oles, "Hey, Oles, get us a ticket tomorrow. We'll come tomorrow." So we were on a plane at 6 a.m. the next morning. And we were in Austria for about 10 days. And it just went fast. And to me, it's sometimes the best way.
I mean, wow. that's a awesome place that you're going to be living in and coaching in. Like Innsbruck is just incredible, so beautiful. So I imagine that's pretty exciting to have that aspect of it as well. Coach, I want to ask you just a little bit about kind of the 2024 season and your expectations going into that with the Innsbruck Raiders. Obviously, this is a program that's been pretty high profile in the European world for quite a while, has not had the type of success that it has been expecting in the ELF yet. And one major point is the biggest rival, the Vienna Vikings. The Raiders have yet beat the Vienna Vikings in the ELF era. Can you just talk to me a little bit about your expectations for 2024 and what we can expect from the Innsbruck Raiders this year?
Well, I tell you, for me, take all the other opponents out of it right now. To me, it's about developing this team. You have a lot of different factions here in Europe that you have to deal with. You have homegrowns, you have European players, you have American players. Now, you could have the 4 best American players of anybody in this league, And if they are divided and you have no cohesion between them and the homegrowns, you have no chance. No chance. And for me, after talking to every single homegrown player we have on our roster, I know we have good dudes here. There's good men here, guys who love football, who come and they want to win. To a man, they want to win. And I told them, I said, listen, my fingerprints will be all over every single American that I bring in here. And I'm not going to bring in a bad dude. I'm going to bring in guys that are like me and like you, who want to win, who know how to become part of a team, become brothers, become a family. Because if we do that, I believe this, all the other stuff will take care of itself. I believe that. I've seen it. I've been a part of it. I've been a part of great teams that had no business talent-wise winning a championship. And I've been a part of some really bad teams because of the division of people. And so my first thing is to bring the right guys in. It starts with my staff. And I'm taking my time. Everybody's like, oh, it's around. Hey, look, if I have the right dudes around me that are like me, and every single day I go into the office and I am fired up to see them and they're fired up to see me and they're fired up to go out and coach those players, okay, we've already won 4 games and we haven't even gotten on the field yet. And then if I can touch and bring the guys, the American guys and the European guys, and we've already started the European players, and I like every single one of them. And bring the right people in. I think, Silas, you even mentioned it last week in the program. Like, you got no chance if your American quarterback is a loner.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Absolutely.
You got no chance in America if your quarterback is a loner.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you are.
Right.
And so I think those are some important things that I want to do when I get there and the staff comes. And I've the staff members that I have now are very excited, and we're moving in the right direction that way. So
that's great, Coach. I really like that answer. I think you hit a lot of really important points for what will bring success here in Europe. I mean, we could talk to you all day, Coach. Unfortunately, we've got to let you go now. But we really appreciate you coming on the program and talking. I know the league and every league is so excited to have a coach like you coming over for this season and all the experience and everything that you bring. And we just really appreciate you coming on, Coach.
No problem. Anytime. I look forward to meeting you guys in person. I'm not a big fan of Zoom meetings, but I know it's part of the world now.
Yeah.
But when we get over there into Europe and you guys come to Innsbruck, I'll take you out for a beer and get a chance to meet both of you.
Sounds good, Coach. Looking forward to that. For sure, be down there.
All right.
All right. Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck this year.
We'll see you. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.